Well, with Liberty sports rounding out for the year, now's a great time to take a look back on some exciting moments from the season. Liberty's lacrosse player Nina Dunay had one of those moments as the player of the game on her senior day. Her journey has been difficult, but without it, this special moment would not have been possible.
Dunay is definitely one of those. She's going to take a shot. She scores. Liberty is up 2 now. I think it's safe to say that on senior day, Nina Dunay is going to be player of the game.
On April 17th, Captain Nina Dunay scored her 5th goal of the game, sealing the biggest win in Liberty lacrosse history. But Nina wasn't supposed to be there. Dunay and fellow 5th-year senior Morgan Becker were the first 2 signees in the program's history. Nina came to Liberty with a lot of hope and expectation, but instead she was met with pain and frustration.
So I tore my ACL and my meniscus freshman year. I got injured. I missed the technical boundary cutoff to redshirt. I was really upset about that, but somehow I didn't really heal correctly, so I had to get surgery again right before my sophomore year.
And then she got injured again. She had a surgery right after I met her, so my first summer. Another one to kind of try to fix what was going on.
Even after missing the beginning of her sophomore year, Nina still finished 3rd on the team in goals and assists. She picked up all conference honors as a junior and a senior. And by the time she hung up her cleats for what she thought would be the last time, she held numerous Liberty records, including most career goals and assists. That's when she found out she might not be done yet.
I had this strange peace almost at the last game last season. It's kind of like eerie weather. Clouds were gray, and for some reason I couldn't even get myself to cry, and I'm a pretty emotional girl, I would say. So I somehow knew from that moment that that wasn't it for me.
You know, it's just crazy because in my experience, you know, it's really hard to get a medical waiver from the NCAA. It just never really happens. In the beginning of the season, I just talked to our trainer and I'm like, hey, let's just put in for this. But the whole time, I didn't think it was going to go through.
For some reason, I didn't make any career plans. I didn't sign a lease. God just kind of told me to wait on it, and that's exactly what I did all summer.
In late August, Nina finally got the news that the medical red shirt had gone through and she would be given a second chance at her senior season.
Very quickly, I had to make my decision to stay, to find a place to live, to decide what classes to take, but I had no doubt in my mind that this is where I needed to be.
That initial conversation was a little bit tough because it was just so much. So I'm like, okay. I called our academic advisor. I'm like, okay, Nina's waiver went through. She's kind of, I'm not really sure how she's feeling about this right now. I'm like, but we need to get moving on getting her signed up for classes because grad school starts like next week.
First day of class, I kind of was just like, ooh, didn't miss this part. This isn't what I signed up for. This isn't really why. But I learned too that that was a part of the gift this entire year. As it was unexpected, I knew from the very beginning that it was going to be special. I also reflected kind of during the summer, as I think any athlete does when they know they're done. I kind of had a list of things I wish I wanted to do, and just the fact that I had another year back, I got to do those things.
One thing on that list was defeating High Point, the 2-time defending Big South champions and a team that Liberty had never defeated.
Going into senior day, I was like, let's put Liberty on the map, and why not now? This is our last shot.
Nina set the tone early when she scored the first of her 5 goals in the first 12 seconds.
It's just, I mean, even thinking about it just kind of makes me smile because it was just an incredible game. But again, for it to be their senior game and then for Nina to score the game winner, it's like you can't even write this.
Nina got a second chance, and what she did with it? She led her team to the greatest season in school history.
Thank you to Jacob Johnston for that story. An incredible journey for Nina, and the lacrosse team had a historic year as they set 24 new program records, including a 5-2 finish in the Big South.